I'm going to reveal something kind of interesting. About several weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago even, I received an interesting and a particularly strong prophetic insight, something delivered personally to me. And it was the feeling, the understanding that we are very close to proceeding with the main part of what we need to proceed with. That everything that's happened so far has been preparation for what's about to come up next. And I was told, I was shown, or it was conveyed to me, straight from on high, the highest, that I would come across two sets of signs and symbolisms, basically. That this information was being given to me as an assurance that, and as a sign and as a signal that once I come to behold both of these in completion, that this would begin and this would herald the most important turn of events, and that it was also essentially a signal to me to begin to do my part. I've been doing a lot of sitting around and just observing things naturally, but with a purpose and a reason. And the first thing that was conveyed to me very quickly, I remember it was shown that there would be two separate sets of signs given at two separate times. One of them corresponded, I can't remember exactly what it was, and it happened extremely quick. It was conveyed to me that one of these you will see very soon as a confirmation that this is a valid sign, that this is with validity. Might have been like a fish or a shrimp or something, to see that in my view and to behold it as I'm walking around in the environment wherever I was. And that then the more important one and the final sign, after a little bit of time where God is moving, so to speak, behind the scenes to set everything up, to move people the way He wants to move people, to move circumstances the way He wants to move circumstances. And that once this final sign was shown, then that's the green light to begin doing what needs to be done. So very soon after this, I saw the first sign, almost immediately somewhere in the environment. And I recall, and this was the first of the two signs, and that's confirmation on the fact of this conveyance to what you're receiving. And then the second thing would come, not yet now. It will come at the exact time that you need to see it, to signal the timing of what needs to happen. But it was shown to me then what it would be. That apart from that first thing or symbol, that the second important symbol that would pop up in my view naturally at some point would be multiple frogs, more than one frog, to behold it, to see it. And that it was promised to me prophetically, once I see this, then it's time. Now that sounds unbelievable enough. If you're not someone who receives prophetic insights in this kind of way, that's a class of people that don't understand these things at all. For those that do, well, and at various degrees and levels of this, we understand the profound validity and the power of these things, to say very basically. So, for the last several weeks, I haven't seen any frogs, in any multiple frogs together, anything like this. And then, perhaps once or twice even, kind of in my mind, mulling over since that time, maybe about a couple months ago, I recall to mind this prophetic promise, so to speak, and wondered to myself, no, I haven't seen those more than one frog, right? In other words, 2 frogs or more. I haven't seen those frogs yet. I haven't seen them. So, living day to day this summer, recording this 2025, late July 2025, so this might have been May-ish or even June, but probably around there, May or June. So that's interesting enough. Then, here I am on my own YouTube feed, and I'm scrolling through these videos, watching.
In being around grizzly bears.
You have a fear of grizzly bears.
Everyone should have a fear of grizzly bears.
The Ukrainian military intelligence, they started making fake Tinder accounts of like attractive Ukrainian
And I'm watching these, and so on.
girls. They were swiping right on all these Russian soldiers.
It's a great look.
It was way creepier.
I don't want the mustache.
The mustache makes it. It was amazing.
And this is the same very feed that I was just watching before recording this video. So it's the same, it preserves the same order. So I'm recreating this, going down, and right when I get to this one, all of a sudden, this prophetic premonition hits me strong. All of a sudden, the prophetic channel opens, and it comes down, and it is conveyed to me, essentially, that the very next video, I don't know what this is about at all, with nothing in mind at the time of this, now here, this prophetic channel opening, and a connection to anything else, and sometimes things will happen like this. As a side note, there's been various recent things, I haven't made videos about them yet, but important things to cover. Continuing, here I get to hear, and it's shown to me, I pause in time, and it is conveyed to me that the next thing you are going to swipe into, whatever the next clip or video is, I have no idea, it could be anything in the world, and I'm on these kind of a lot, right, will be a message from God, from the highest levels to you. I've never really gotten something quite that strong on YouTube feeds connected to that level of prophecy to inject or interject. And I feel that, and I pause momentarily, and I just simply say, huh, well, of course it is. I've been living with this long enough to know that these are always right. And then all of a sudden, with no clue or expectation what it will be that I will see, I make the swipe and come in to this. It's time to start carrying out the next phase of my mission.